Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another short 30-minute of demonstration with Genome America. My name is Céline Ross, and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So it's still summer, and it's still hot. It's 30 some degrees here today, but with the humidity is it's higher. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 29 degrees with humidity 34. It's hot. So you see that I have the fan over me because it's summer, huh? When we'll shovel this winter, we'll remember these days. So I'm seeing that Shirley is connecting. Good afternoon, Shirley. So a skirt is easy to make, huh? Especially if we put it on elastic. A summer skirt is not like a winter skirt. So it's flare, and you need, you need them bloom to put the air to refresh yourself. So what is better than a gathering skirt? So this is what I want to show you today, not how to sew a skirt. I'm sure you know this, but how to do it an easier way with the Genome sewing machine or with a serger. Yes, a serger can gather and the sewing machine can gather for sure. Okay, so I'll turn the camera and oh, Danielle Duboc is here. Stéphanie is here. Danielle, je suis contente. Enfin, j'ai de tes nouvelles. OK. Alors, Stéphanie, rebonjour aussi. Shirley, I know you over the live. You seem so far from me. Okay, I'll turn the camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about today. Okay, camera. So you must see what I did. Danielle, je suis tellement contente que tu sois là. Belle surprise. Okay, so this is the gathering for a skirt. You know, it's a kid's skirt. Huh? It's not for me anymore. Huh? And I want to show you how to work this out easily with the sewing machine and then with the serger. So the stand that I have is not cooperating too much. I hope you see well. They told me I could connect another camera with the StreamYard, but they need more explanation to me. I'm not that great, okay? So I'm working today with the Continental M17, but if you don't have that machine, don't worry. Every Genome machine can gather, okay? So, long stitch, the stitch length long, and then up you go, huh? But there's easier way, faster way to do it. And I will show you, maybe if I move this here, you'll see in this machine, there's application, okay? And I'm going to search for the gathering application, which is that, and it is French, so I'll turn it into English for you to understand better. Okay, Blindham, gathering and easy stitching. I'll start with gathering. So what is this application for? With the application, right away, give me the pre-programmed needle position, stitch length, tension, and thread tension, and pressure for your machine. So this machine has two screens, and they are synchronized together. Okay, so I can gather with foot A. Everything is okay. I can just go, but there's better. And this is something you might be interested to know. So there's a gathering foot that exists to do easy gathering. But I have a problem here. My machine is a 9 millimeter, and this foot is a 7 millimeter. So of course I could not, if I remove this, and I show you here, I could not attach, huh? Impossible to attach. This is too wide. Uh, by accident, I ordered Janome 9 millimeter, and they out of stock. So I have that 7 millimeter here. I cannot use it on my machine. Mistake. You can use it. Okay. So do we have many? Whoops. Okay, my. Do we have many Janome machine in the house? So previously, before you buy something big like this, some machine big like this, or so up to date like this, maybe you have you had the previous model, which was a 7 millimeter. All you need is the shank. It uses the high shank. So this one is the high shank from a previous model, okay, 7 millimeter. So you can attach by the ankle first and clip in the front, and change your 9 millimeter shank for the 7 millimeter shank. The 7 millimeter shank with high shank will accept this foot. I know I did it before. So I'll remove this one. And if you really check those two, look, it's exactly the same height. Exactly. Okay. So, and I'm not worried using it because it's a straight stitch. Huh? Gathering is a straight stitch. So I'm installing my high shank 7 millimeter, and for sure I use the screwdriver to make sure that to attach it securely. I'm going to lower my foot, and because I have my thumb wheel here, I'm going to try to just to see if my needle won't hit something. No problem. Okay, so will put my thread in the thread holder, and then I can gather. I touch nothing so far. Okay, as the pre-programmed machine is. Then straight stitch. You see, it's gathering. Whoop, I have to go straight. Okay. I don't use thread cutter. I'll show you why. So here I'll remove. Okay. So it gathers. You want it more gathering? Okay, no problem. Then I will increase the stitch length. Stitch length increase and go. Again, straight stitch, because we gather with straight stitch. That makes it easier for you. It's a short operation. And why I don't want to cut my thread, I need the long. First, we're going to see. Look, the gather. Whoops. More gathering with a longer stitch length. Gathering depends of the thickness of the fabric also. So thickness of the fabric and the stitch length. You see, less gathering, my stitch length was at 4. More gathering, stitch length was at 5. So if it doesn't match perfectly to suit your needs. So you see what I'm doing? I am pulling. Okay. If it's not gathered enough, you gather more by pulling your thread. And if it is too much, you just push it. You see? This is why I need the thread length. Okay? So even this does not calculate, this foot does not calculate the gathering. Gathering is according the gathering is according your stitch your fabric and your stitch length on the pattern. Now if you look at the screen, There's a second option, easy stitching. So gathering, my needle is in the center position, 4.5, because I have a 9 millimeter stitch, width of stitch, okay? Uh, okay, when I ask, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so when I ask, I had 4 stitch length is at 4, but I can move it. So 4.5, 416. What's the difference? 4.5, 316. So there's less gathering. See, let's say for the cap of a sleeve, a flare skirt, circular skirt. If you want just to ease, okay. And I'm following whatever measurement you need. Maybe you need a 5/8, or maybe you need a quarter of an inch. Maybe it's just the width of the foot. So I don't cut my thread. Needle up, foot up, and cut your thread. And see, cap sleeve. If it's not gathered enough, again, pull one thread. Look at this. Okay, pull more, or pull less if it's too much. Just undo. See here, it's almost flat. See? Okay, or so you can adjust even if you did it. So there's no need of a lock stitch at the beginning or at the end. Look at the result. And this is easier because of the foot. So like I said, maybe you have some other when you change your machine, let's say you want to resell your older model, maybe you say, oh, I'm going to keep my machine, I have so much optional feet, I invest money, and I'll have to give all this, you maybe you're not losing money, but it's money that you give to somebody else. So maybe there's feet from your previous model that you can use on your new Janome machine. Just try them. Worst come to worst, you just need a shank, high shank, 7 millimeter, that's it. Okay. So this is okay for the sewing machine gathering. So this is what I use, gathering foot, but this one is for 7 millimeter. Okay. But you can order a 9 millimeter. It's just that Janome Canada was out of stock. Okay. Now we can gather with serger. Okay. So a serger, same thing. If I want to gather really easily and fast and doing nothing special, okay, whoops, okay, so I just have to put my stitch length at 5 and my differential feed at the maximum, both at the maximum. Stitch length, differential feed. Okay, and what is this going to do? Look for my foot control. I'm not going too fast because I want you to see the reaction at the back. Whoops, I want to show you closer. Do you see the gathering? Okay. Okay. Look at the gathering. And if I decrease my stitch length and my differential feed, I will have less gather. Okay. But I can do a little bit better. Let's try something different. Do you know that the serger comes with the regular foot, but there is optional. There is optional. I'm deconcentrate. Optional feet for serger. Let me just move this. It's it is the camera is between my face and the serger. Do you know gathering attachment for serger or overlock machine? So when you buy a foot from Janome, they're in a blister pack, okay? And at the back, you have the description and the look of what you're going to do. But inside, how to use that foot or that attachment or, okay? So I know it by heart, huh? So this foot, when you look at it, you say, oh my God, how do I attach this? You open the left door, and I want to bring the camera down because I want you to see. See, there's a screw right here. Okay. And on the side, there's an opening. If I do this, you see better. Opening, okay? So what you do is you insert the gathering attachment. I'm going to lift the foot. Do you see it coming here? Look at the fork. The fork is coming, but it is loose, huh? So I do attach with a screwdriver, very solid, nothing move. Okay? So it's in place. I'm going to gather now. If I follow Janome, it says I need my 2 needle and my 2 loopers. And this is how I thread my machine. I have no problem. So my 2 needles, regular thread. In my 2 loopers, I kept my soft lock, you know, it's how do I say, a fluffy thread, or it's not woolly nylon, it's polyester. Okay. So then it says stitch length between 3 and 4. You want less gathering, it's 3. You want more gathering, it's 4. But you know, even with this here, you need to obey to the reaction of the fabric. Huh? The fabric is the boss when you're sewing. Okay, so stitch length. So I'm going to put it at 3, my stitch length on the side. I should do this. Okay, 3. And it says the differential feet between 1.5 and 2.25. I'll do it in the middle, just to play safe. Presser foot standard. This is exactly what I have, regular foot. Okay. The knife, it's up, no problem. It's activated. And my needle plate is at standard, not rolled hem, standard. Okay. All is okay. I attach my foot. Now, when you look at the diagram, you see how to install it, how to attach it. And they explain what the part of the optional accessory, how to install it. Now, how to sew. You look at this, I said, do I understand good? I'm not sure. Am I okay? Why this is dotted line? Of course, you have to make your test. You always test the sample. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to use the same, and I will gather the top of, I will gather the fabric. Okay, let's go. Whoops, go. Hey, come on. Fabric is shy. Doesn't catch. But I'm okay. You do this, you look, you say, it's not gathering at all. What do I do wrong? I know what. Okay. You have to go under this, not on top of. Okay. Underneath. So you see how much I had problem to push when it was on top. You see at the bottom, I do nothing. It's going by itself. So I just use my knife. And is it gathering? Yes. And I'm going to cut that part here, which is no good anymore. And hey, look at this. It's not gathering that much, but it gathered. Okay. So you want more gathering. So what do? You change your stitch length and your stitch width, which I'm going to do now at both on the top. Okay. And now you're going to say, so why am I buying that foot? If I have to then gather the fabric, then sew it onto the belt. Well, there's no need of this. Huh? The foot can do both. Gather and sew on a flat piece of fabric. So I am ready. Hold on. It's at the back. Okay. So do you, I hope you see, hold on. I'm going to prepare the fabric. So you see, the two pieces of fabric are even here. Keep going. And here, one part is longer. That's the one I want to gather. Okay? So to gather, I have to put my fabric under, oh, I'm looking for my foot control. I have to put my fabric under that gathering attachment, and the fabric that I want to stay flat on top of this attachment, on top of it, but you have to be careful, right sides together, huh? If not, so I'm going to lift this to really, okay, okay, and then let's go. Whoops, why are you doing this in front of the crowd? Ay, ay, ay. Hey, catch it, please. Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go slow. I want you to see. So I make sure you see that's why you have notches here. You want to follow for your seam allowance. So you don't pin these things. You don't pin them together because this one at the bottom will go faster than the one on the top. Huh? So basically the top will be serged and the bottom will be will gather. So when I have a little bit done, I'm going to check. Oh, yeah, it gathers. You see? Okay. I don't want to go fast because I want to follow the guide here. I'm going to go up to the end. I'm sewing, then I'll give you more information. If I talk at the same time, ooh. So you remember, this piece was shorter than that one. Look what's going on. See? It's the opposite now. I'll explain to you right after. But look at the work. There you go. Oops, a few thread. Hey, look at this. What do you think? It's easy, huh? It's easier when you don't talk. Okay? So what happened is, see, I have, this one is my beginning. I didn't start at the right place. You remember I had a problem to push, but if I start at the beginning, it would be even at the end. Okay, so the not the problem, but a gathering attachment doesn't measure your gathering. There's no way you can measure everything. Okay, so what we suggest to people, what we teach to people or tell to people, you need between 2 to 3 times more fabric to be gathered than the one not to be gathered. Okay, so like at the beginning, if my stitch length was on the paper here, 3 to 4 and one, let's say 3 and 1.5 differential feet. Well, you need twice the length of the fabric. But if you really want to gather, you go up to 5 and 2.5 differential feet. Okay. So you're going to ask me, hey, so how did you end up to do this for a skirt? This is a pattern for, of course, for little girls. Huh? We're not at the age for this. Not me anyway. Okay. So you see, so what we did, we gathered the fabric and then we place our pattern and we cut the side of the pattern according to extra small, small, medium, large. It depends. Quick sew doesn't exist anymore, but on I think it's on Amazon, but Google it. Somebody bought quick sew pattern, and they bought the leftover or the inventory, and you can order them. Okay, so you see that the one we did is short. We did this one, but you can have a long one if you want. Okay, so this is a real summary skirt, and all of this is done with in one shot. And look at the back, how clean it is. This is the inside of a skirt. Whoops. And look at this side here. This is the gathering side, and this is the plain side. So very easy. We're doing this for a skirt, but let's say bed sheet. Should I not sheet, but the top cover, bedspread, maybe bedspread, um, curtains, clothing, home deck, name it. Sometimes it's just faster, not just, but it is faster, and it does a real clean job. Between those two new feet, two new attachments here, this is to make your work easier. You can work without this, but it's very easy and clean and perfectly done with the right tools. Okay, so I want to turn the camera. What time is it? I have 3 minutes left. Okay, I'm going to look at the question. Okay, hello Marty. Bernice, does it work with the 15,000? Well, you have 15,000 is a 9 millimeter. I'm going to read you something because I have the part number for the uh, hmm, hold on. Oh, I had it. I should took a picture, but I have the part number. Oh, I have it. Okay, I have it here. So if you want to use the 9 millimeter gathering foot, the part number is 2020 96005. It's different with the 7 millimeter. Okay, but you can download the book, the catalog from global site, Genome global site. You can download the catalog, and you'll find the right foot for your machine. But 15,000 is a high shank 9 millimeter. So if you want the right foot, I just give you the part number. But if you had a previous model, you can use the shank with a 7 millimeter foot. Okay, thanks for the 7 shank tip. Good one to know. Oh, good. So this way, well, you keep your investment. Bonjour, Céline from Germany. Hey, Dagmar. Hey, hello. Okay, Brenda, hi from Michigan. Beautiful stitch. Okay, Sandy. Chouette pied fronceur. Stéphanie. Okay, so I guess there's no more question, and I'm right on time, 3:30. So I wish you all a good end of the day, And I'll be live again this Friday in the Continental Club M17 at 2 o'clock in French. At 3 o'clock is somebody else in English. So bye-bye, everybody, and have a good week.